Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, and in today's video I'm going to tell you the story about the client who got away and good riddance. I'm glad he got away. So anyway, this was a few years ago. It was a guy who was involved in a car accident, questionable liability, but I thought I could win the case. And he had, a back injury and a knee injury. And, it was like a run-of-the-mill back injury and a knee injury. And so, he gets an MRI. The MRI shows like lots of old damage to the knee, right? So I call the guy up and I say, hey, what's the story with the knee? And he says, no, I never had a problem with my knee. I never went to the doctor for my knee. My knee just got hurt in this accident and now it's very bad. It's very bad. I'm like, okay. Um, so I just out of curiosity, I ordered like the family medical records from the year before the accident. And he's in there complaining of knee pain. So he told me like a story that was completely not legit. Um, he tells me this knee pain story. It's just ridiculous, and now I'm starting to be suspicious. So finally, he tells me he's done. I have my staff call people on a regular basis to see how their treatment is going, and he's like, "Oh, I've been released. I've been released from the doctor. No problem." I'm like, "Okay, great." So we order all of his medical records, as we do, and then it turns out that he went to the hospital, didn't complain about the knee, went to his family doctor, just talked about the back, then followed up with therapists and went to a specialist and all this. But his first complaint, a back specialist, I should say, his first complaint of knee pain was almost 6 months after the car crash. So all of this time, he is not relating his pre-existing knee pain being worse. And then 6 months after the car crash, he starts saying his knee is bad. His knee is bad. He hurt his knee for the first time in the car crash, which we know is not true. So my associate at the time gave him a call and talked to him. And listen, she was a great lawyer. I presume I haven't spoken with her in some time, but I presume she still is a great lawyer, very intelligent and hardworking. And listen, trained by me, so she's got to be great, right? Wah, wah. Kidding. She'd probably be a great lawyer anywhere she went, but she did have the benefit of me taking a very hands-on approach in her training and explaining everything to her. So I know what she explains to clients in situations like this because she learned it from me. I told her what to say, and that's what she said. And she said, I don't know if it's a male-female thing. She said, I don't know if it's a male-female thing. I don't know if it's that he won't take me seriously because I'm a woman. I'm like, listen, I'm sensitive to those issues. Certain men do not hear things from women properly, or there might be a cultural thing where they want to hear it from a man. I'm sorry he was rude to you. Get him into the office. Bring him into the office. Topic number one is he better never be rude to anybody in my office again. Topic number two is he's got some major problems with this case. Because at this point, we were ready to send out a demand. We're ready to try and settle his case. So Reader's Digest is he comes in and the dude is delusional. Like I'm like, look, here are the medical records from your family doctor before the accident where you're complaining of pain in the same knee. Here is your MRI where they say it's long-standing knee injury and wear and tear. Like what more? No, my knee is related. My knee is related. I'm like, my God. I'm like, listen, go get a note from your doctor saying that you never had knee problems before, and we'll include the knee. But I'm not going to include the knee because it's not related. None of your doctors are going to say it's related. Nobody's going to say it's related. So he got mad. He immediately went out. You know, 2 days later, I get a letter from his new lawyer saying, you're fired, turn over the file. And I was like, Adios, muchacho. Here's the file. Knock yourself out. Have fun with it. So that lawyer ends up getting fired at some point, and then another lawyer picks up the case, and that lawyer goes to trial on the case and ends up with a verdict. I honestly don't know if they tried to claim the knee or not. The verdict was, for a client who would be that difficult on a witness stand, I don't think a jury would like him based on his aggressiveness and lack of logic. And he didn't like to answer questions directly. He liked to kind of avoid questions and talk about what he wanted to talk about instead of answering the question. You can get away with that in an office or in a conversation with a person, but you're not going to get away with that in court. The judge will lock you down and the jury will hate you because you're wasting their time, right? At least that's my experience. So the attorney who took it over, younger guy, but then again, almost everybody's younger than me at this point, so I guess he's maybe not that young. But anyway, he must have done a great job at trial because he got like a nice little verdict. And at the end of the case, the lawyer was like, "Look, you have a lawyer lean on this, and maybe we can come to an agreement." And I told him, "Look, I don't care. You took the case to trial. We did a lot of work on it. You guys already paid my case costs, so I'll take $1,000 fee. Just send me $1,000 fee." He's like, "Okay." So he goes back to the client. The client refuses to pay anyone an attorney's fee, including the lawyer who took it to trial. So we end up in court again on it. I go to court. I do a breakdown of the hours I spent. I mean, based on the hours I spent, my attorney's fee should have been like 4 or 5 grand. But I put right in my affidavit that I've agreed to take $1,000. Let's close it down and not horse around. The client objects to everything. The judge orders that you get this, you get this, you get this, you get this. That's how it ends up getting broken down. And all the money gets dispersed. So a month goes by, and guess who calls me up? That's right, the client. The client calls me up, and he says, "You stole money from me. You took money from me. I'm going to report you. I'm going to sue you." And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even calling the guy back. I think there's a short circuit problem. But he keeps calling. So after the third phone call, I just call him up. And I say, listen. What are you talking about? I did not steal any money from you. Okay? The court ordered that my $4,000 or $5,000 in attorney's fees should be $1,000. I've accepted it. I don't really think it's fair, but I've accepted it. And that's it. So what is the problem? What is the problem? Well, I paid you money. I'm like, yes. I ordered medical records, and the medical records were $368. And you wanted the medical records. And I told you, pay me my $368, and I will give you the medical records. That's how it works. I'm not required to give you medical records that I paid for. So, you gave me a check for $368. I have a copy of it, and I gave you the medical records, which you then went out and gave to your lawyer. So then he tells me, okay, you didn't steal from me, but I'm in the FBI office right now. I'm at the FBI. I want you to come down here because I want to sue the lawyer who took my case to trial because he didn't include my knee. He didn't include all my damages. He didn't include, I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I told him, look, sir, I don't want to be involved in your case. If you're with the FBI, it's a criminal matter. The FBI will handle it. You don't need a private lawyer. But I want to hire you. You're a good lawyer. I like you. I'm like, thank you for the compliment. I don't, good luck to you. There's thousands of injury lawyers out there. Go find one, and good luck at the FBI. You know, if the FBI has any questions, they can call me. But I'm not, I'm not interested in representing you. Good luck. Then I sent him a letter clarifying that I didn't steal from him and that I'm not his lawyer, and that's the end of the story. So that's the story of the client who got away with good riddance. I will tell you that I'm not afraid to represent people who are emotionally upset. The the injury itself can cause PTSD. The injury itself can cause stress and anxiety. And there are a lot of people with um, emotional or mental health issues who get injured, and the fact that they've got an issue like this scares lawyers away. It doesn't scare me away, but past a certain point, when there's not a trust relationship and um, there's not trust, and the behavior becomes erratic, and there's dishonesty involved. I don't know. It became clear to me that I suspected by the end of it that this gentleman did have some mental health issues, and I can't get involved with somebody who is um, not perceiving reality the same way I am, and may or may not be able to remember things. Like, I'll be honest with you, this guy may have just been in a mental state where he didn't remember that he had a long-standing knee injury before the car crash. But whether he was doing it to be deceptive or whether his ability to perceive reality and remember reality is that bad, either way, it's not a case that I can take on in good conscience, because I don't want to be in a conflict situation with my client where they're telling me that the reason there are medical records that say his knee is injured is because there's a conspiracy between the insurance company and the doctor and his, you know, the judge and everybody else. I can't, how do you represent somebody in a way like that? And how can I ensure that even when he signs a document that he understands what the terms are? So I had to goodbye him. It was a weird situation, but I have to be honest, I was glad to be rid of him, and that was a crazy case. So anyway, thanks for watching. If I can be of assistance to you or your family, if you know anybody who's been injured, please give me a call, 312-500-4500. Check the description out down below. I have two really cool tools. One is called the Case Cash Calculator, tells you what your case might be worth, and the Good Case Calculator tells you whether you might have a good case or a rough case. Those are free tools on my website, and you get answers for free. 20 seconds flat, answer some questions off the top of your head. Links in the description. Please consider subscribing to the channel and give me a thumbs up so YouTube shows my videos to more people, so more injured people know what their rights are. Finally, if you wouldn't mind giving me a 5-star review on Google, if you enjoy my videos, I'd really appreciate it. There's a link in the description where you can do that. You just go to that address on your phone, tablet, or computer. Takes you right to the page. Click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit. If you are not comfortable doing that, that's okay. We're still friends, and you are still welcome to check out all of my stuff, my videos, my tools on my website, all the goodies, okay? So thanks for watching. Looks like we have a little traffic jam on Lower Wacker Drive, so I'm going to sign off. If there's anything I can do for you, 312-500-4500. Take care. Bye-bye.